Good morning. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? You get caught up on chat here. Y'all are chatting this morning. I hope you like my look. I call this look too much sun and not enough sleep. Hi, Will. Welcome to the live stream. Jennifer, good morning. Jeanette, hello, hello. Alexandra, good morning. Elizabeth, what's up? Aaron, great video this morning. If you didn't watch Aaron's video when it went live, you should go watch that when the stream is over. Maha, hello. I'm so glad you're here. New Sara Squad member. What's up? What's up? Misty, Lexi. Oh, man. Showing the love this morning. You should be. You should be. If you're in the August Weight Loss Challenge, go ahead and drop your team name in the chat. Let's see which teams are represented here this morning. And if you're not in the weight loss challenge for August, that's okay too. I'm just glad you're here. I'm so glad. Well, we will get to the results, so I promise you that. Hi, Emily. Hi, Christina. Sarah, hello. Team winning losers represented. Shelly's bod squad, team fit-ish, team in focus, team Sara squad. Actually, no. I didn't name my team that. Team Fat Slayers. Oh, the worst. The worst. Where's my team at? Somebody needs to come in here and just boss me around. Don't put me in charge of anything anymore. God. Deanna Shed Squad. There's Shelly. Shelly's Bod Squad. Team Lose to Gain. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. I love it. Love it. Risa Bisa. Team Fat Slayers. Winning Losers. Oh, man. Brianna, good morning. How are you? Jess, good morning. Deanna Shed Squad. Woo-woo. Where's Deanna at? Probably out walking. Gosh. Oh, there she is. Deanna, I can't keep up with you in the Fitbit challenges. Killing me, girl. I was like, I'm gonna beat Deanna this week. No. Aaron, yeah, there are no fit fish in here. Team Fit-ish. Which I love. I love that team name. Oh, gosh. I am so red. You can actually see where my sunglasses. Oh, man. Well, let's jump in. Let me take care of business first. So, in my cup this morning, we have coffee over cardio, doctor's orders, which is a vanilla hazelnut. Absolutely delicious. I appreciate Coffee Over Cardio for sponsoring the live stream. You guys get 10% off your entire order anytime just by using my code 10LWScoffee, which is in the description box below. It's also scrolling along the bottom here. So you can use that code anytime. Really delicious coffee. Depending on what you need, they've got you covered. But I've been really into like vanilla and hazelnut. Actually, specifically hazelnut lately. I don't know why I'm like on a hazelnut thing. So anyway, so thank you to Coffee Over Cardio for sponsoring the live stream and for your support as well. Of course, I appreciate you guys being here. So today there's a couple things I want to cover like right off the bat. I didn't do a weigh-in day video because it was like super uneventful. It wasn't like this amazing weigh-in this week. And I really didn't have anything to say about it other than like what it is. So I didn't make a whole ass video just to say I lost 0.2 pounds. It just seemed a bit much. So yeah, so I lost 0.2 pounds this week. My time a month started on Thursday, so I totally got screwed, which sucked because I know I lost weight this week because I could tell by the way my clothes are fitting. So I tend to retain water really bad, and I know that's what it is. So I'm not freaking out. Sets me up to have a pretty sweet loss next week, I think. Fingers crossed. That being said, that is actually kind of what made me think of this week's topic, because a lot of people talk about like bouncing back, like what you should do to bounce back after you've had like not a great week. So the topic we're going to talk about today is like the emotional side of that. Like, how do you get your mindset in a place where you can bounce back? That makes sense. So we're going to be talking about that. But I know a lot of you are here for the August Team Weight Loss Challenge results for week 1. And I have to say, holy bleep, you guys did freaking amazing. Like, freaking amazing. Joe. Hi, Joe. First of all, hi, Jilly. Who else did I miss? I seen a bunch of people jump in here. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just made it up. Yeah, water. Water, daughter, coffee. It really is. There are several words off. Anything with that. Chalk. Did I ever tell you guys the story, the chalk story? It's a great New Jersey accent story. So when we moved here, my daughter was 4 years old, okay? And she made friends with another little girl in the neighborhood. And the mom and her friend came to the door to see if Sam could play. So the mom is at the door, and me and Sam are at the door, and the mom is at the door with her daughter. And she goes, I forget the little girl's name. This is so long ago. It's almost 10 years ago. So she goes, oh, Kayla wants to know if Sam wants to come out and draw chalk with her. I can't even say it. It's like I'm ruining the story because I can't say it. Draw chalk, okay, is how they say it. Very Southern accent, okay? And Samantha looks up at me and she's like wide-eyed, like, what the hell are they talking about? And so I'm standing there like an idiot too, because I had to like process it. And I'm like, and I look and like, you know, use my observational skills, and they've got a little box with a handle of chalk. So I had to literally look down at Samantha. I said, Samantha, they want to draw chalk. And she's, oh, okay. And she goes outside and plays. So anyway, this is a funny story of like, you know, she was so little. And it was like that Jersey accent thing. So anyway, there I go, going off on a tangent. So it was super cute, super funny at the time. It's like one of our first like Oklahoma impressions when we moved out here. It was just so cute. There's so many things that like people say here, and even now still my kids are like, what are they talking about? A big one, if you ever want to get my kid fired up, is the word wolf. People out here say woof. Like, we're like, wolf. It's a wolf. Not a woof. Sam gets so fired up about it. Jeanette, you've met Sam. So, can you just picture how fired up? Anyway, so I digress. Let's get to those weight loss challenge results, shall we? Because they're pretty badass. So I also want to say, what am I doing here? Good grief. I don't know how to YouTube. I also want to say everybody did amazing this week. Every team had losses. So like, I'm going to show standings, But in my heart, I'm like, freaking everybody's in first place because everybody's out here losing. So let me try to do this in a fashion where I can still see the chat. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? So, I'm just over here being the worst YouTuber ever. So I just got my protein milkshake, my big package of chocolate mousse, which was my favorite. So there you go. You can see that. Kind of see the macros there. Protein Milkshake has generously stepped up to sponsor the August Team Weight Loss Challenge. So big thank you to them before I show these results for week 1. And now let me figure out how to show you. I'm going to post this will be posted on Instagram. So just so you guys know. So if I suck at showing you guys this now, just know it'll be on Instagram, promise. And I'll tag all the team leaders there too. So here we go. So here are our week 1 results. With Team Lose with Lady T out here freaking just smashing it like crazy. 26% of their goal met in week 1. That's flippin' awesome, okay? Just awesome. Deanna's Shed Squad and Aries Team Fit-ish coming in a very close second at 21% of their goal. Thank you, Jeanette. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I will post it in the group as well. This is why Jeanette and I are such good friends, because she keeps me in check constantly because I'm the worst. 21% of their goal reached week 1. Then, respectively in third, if you will, we've got Shelly's Bod Squad and Rachel's team Lose to Gain coming in at 19% of their goal met. Nick's Winning Losers, 18%. My team, Sarah's Fat Slayers, 10%. And Lydia's team In Focus at 9%. So in my eyes, this is all awesome. All awesome. You guys are freaking killing it. Just freaking killing it. Jeanette, you know how much I appreciate you. I say it all the time, but I do immensely appreciate you. Okay, let me try to figure out how to get my face back on here. Everybody got a good view. Yeah. And like I said, I'll post this in the, there we go. Hi. I'll post this, on my respective social media everywhere. So, keep an eye out for that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having the worst allergies this week. I don't know if it's from the smoky air or what, but my allergies are off the freaking hook and it's driving me crazy. So hopefully I'm not all boogity up in here all day, but yeah, so amazing job, everybody. I'm so proud of everybody. More importantly, for showing up. Right? Just showing up for this and getting your stuff in to your team leaders. And big shout out. I don't know if any of them are here right now. I might have missed somebody come in, but team leaders are doing amazing. It is a lot of, I don't want to say it's a lot of work. It's not like a lot, and I kind of designed it so that it's not a lot. But it's a thing you have to do to get everybody's stuff in. So I know Deanna and Shelly are in here. I don't know if I missed Nick or anybody else coming in, but you guys are just freaking awesome. So team leaders, I deeply appreciate you, and everybody who's participating. You guys are doing great. Just keep it up, okay? Because we're all winning. For real, we're all winning by doing this. It's an accountability challenge. So cheers. Cheers to you all. So, I was talking to, is Jess Cap in here? Jess, show yourself. I was talking to Jess yesterday. We were mostly talking about running shoes. But I was talking to Jess Kaplan, who is, of course, you guys are all my friends, but Jess and I are going to go to a 311 concert one day together and just have the best time ever. Whenever that ends up being, it's going to happen. But she and I were talking, and she said, what topic should I prepare for tomorrow? I said, that's a good question, because as per usual, I don't know. Jess. There she is. I knew you were in here. I said, I don't know. And I said, I think, we're going to, she said something along the lines of, maybe talk about like coming back from a bad week. And she's like, well, maybe you just talked about that though. And I'm like, I probably did, because I'm constantly talking about recovering from a bad week. But well, find me a pair of running sneakers that I can afford. I think I'm gonna go get fitted. Side note, because I don't know any other New Balance, like, so I've had New Balances for years. After Adidas discontinued the trail runners that I used to get from them, I switched over to New Balance, and I just feel like recently the quality on my New Balances, I get the 510s. I feel like they're not, like, all of a sudden they're not as good. Like the last 2 pair I had were like not that great, even though they had been great for, I don't know, a couple years now before that. Oh, Jeanette, you did? So I'm so weird about my feet. That's I'm going to be inviting in all kinds of weird comments if I start talking about feet in here, but yeah, I'm so weird about it. I don't know. So that's why I've never done it, but I think I need to. Like, I think I'm at the point, like, physical fitness wise, where I'm running enough that I really do need, like, legit, like, shoes. Oh, Brooks are nice. So yeah, so anyway, so once again, today's theme is going off on a tangent with Sara. So I really did want to talk about, like, so we always talk about, like, things you should do, to recover from a less than stellar week. And I thought it would be good today to kind of talk about, like, emotionally handling a bad week, because it's hard. I mean, I don't know if any of you, have done this, but I know in the past, I've gotten way better about it, but I know that in the past, have really struggled with, like, having a bad weigh-in and then saying, well, F this, I'm just going to eat what I want all weekend since I didn't lose weight anyway, and then I'll just start over Monday, right? Like, shout out if you've ever done that. Okay, I know I am very guilty of it. Let me get caught up on chat here. I saw a few chats come in. Jess said, when you come to Boston for 311, you can do the New Balance scanning machine at the global headquarters near me. Actually, that sounds kind of cool. Technology? I love it. Jess said, I tried Brooks when I got fitted. I may get some before this running kick is over. I don't think you're going to stop, Jess. I think you're going to keep at it. Because I've been, like, following along on Instagram with what you post about your journey. You've been progressively learning new things. So something tells me it's going to be a long kick. Aaron said, love New Balance, Nike, and Brooks for running shoes. So many different models to pick from, and depends on what your feet need. Yeah, that's the thing, is I don't really know what my feet need. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I don't know. Yes, Risa Bisa said, I've done that, and then I feel even worse. Vicious cycle. Yeah, big time. What's up, Tressa? Welcome to the chat. So yeah, so, like, let's talk through that. Like, what are some things, some less than productive things that you've done after you've had, like, a weigh-in that doesn't fit what you thought, like, right? Because I don't want to say, like, I didn't even really like the term, like, a bad weigh-in. Because I don't think, right, like mentally, is that really the best thing to call it? Probably not. So just saying like a weigh-in that didn't meet your expectation, right? I think that's even just the phrasing of it, I think could probably make a big difference, like on the emotional side of things. Like like that could be helpful, right? Like it's all about flipping your perspective and how we look at things. And I think that's kind of a big part of weight loss is mindset and changing the way we look at things. Because, and you guys know how I feel about this, I'm about to go off again on this. You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times, but hey Derek, how are you? Say hi to Ginny for me too. And Jaden too. But we have been conditioned, especially I think most of my audience is women in their like 30s to 40s, okay? I know I have some of you younger folk in here, which, gosh, I appreciate you listening to my old millennial rants half the time. But I think we have been so conditioned that like having to lose weight in the first place is like negative, 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 negative. Like it's bad. You're bad. Like, so I think getting out of that is like really a bigger challenge. And so I know a big part of my journey personally is like conditioning myself that like I'm not bad because I overate and gained a pound. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? Let me get caught up on chat here because I think Emily over at What a Journey said, I found quite a bit of information on that. I did a video on the mental side of weight loss, which has some good links in the description if anyone needs a place to start their own search. If you want to go ahead and put that link in the chat, you can go ahead and do that, and me or Jeanette will approve it. So normally we don't allow links, but you can absolutely do that. What a Journey. Put that link in the comments. Or in the chat, rather. Jess said, thanks for the confidence. I don't know what to do when winter comes, but I've got time. Yeah, you still have a little time. Alexandra said, something not productive. I restricted my calories too much, and this made me fail even harder than I did before. Yes, that's absolutely something that we do, right? Like, I've definitely been there, Alexandra. Like, I will be like, well, and in extreme cases, I've not done this in the last 2 years, but in extreme cases, I would be like, well, I ate so much yesterday, I'm just not going to eat today. That's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. Like, at all. Like, you can't do that. And so then what would end up happening is the over restriction would lead to, for me, a binge. Because then it was like, well, I didn't eat all day, so now I can just eat whatever I want, right? Right? Like, that's how it works. Not healthy. Not healthy. Not good. Hey, Frugal Mama, how are you? Joe said, I would go more in that beat myself up, need to be more hardcore mentality. Absolutely, absolutely. No, you're right. You're right. What a Journey. You're right. It's not talked about that much. It's really just not. Nobody really talks about that. Yeah, take your time. Hey, Caitlin, there's no such thing as late. No late. Hi, Erin. No lateness. You just show up when you can. Let me see. Will said, the mental side has a lot to do with most people's original weight gain. We need the total transformation for long-term success. 100%. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. And a lot of the things, again, going back to like what's marketed to us as overweight people, right, is that, you know, it's all about your food. It's all about your body. It's all about not exercising. It's all about not doing this, not doing that. But really, there's something going on in most cases. I don't want to overgeneralize, but there's something going on that's leading you to have problems with things like binge eating, to have problems with things like chronic overeating, with food addiction. Like those are all things that need to be addressed, and you need to be able to find that root and figure out like, well, why am I doing the things that are leading me to be overweight? Very well said. Very well said. Jeanette said, I had to address the mental component of why I gained before everything clicked. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Caught up here. Erin said, I agree that the mental side is not talked about enough, as it's a huge part of the overall transformation and long-term success. Absolutely. I heard you say before something that I don't hear fitness type people say. Just have a take the L mentality instead of analyzing what happened. You know, there's a really great quote, and I shared this on my personal Facebook page. I don't think I shared it to the group because I didn't know if everybody would get it. I know that everybody has the same sense of humor that I do. But there's a great quote from The Office, okay? And just do a thumbs up in the chat if you watch The Office. And I don't want to screw it up, so I'm actually going to go to my Facebook page and read it. So it's between Ryan and Dwight, okay? And I don't remember the episode exactly, but I remember I saw the quote recently come up, and I was like, you know what? That's actually freaking great and so applicable to a lot of things. Okay, it's right here. And Ryan says, I don't get it. I don't get what I did wrong. And Dwight says, not everything is a lesson, Ryan. Sometimes you just fail. And I think that's okay. Like, I think it's okay sometimes. Like you said, Joe, just take the L. Like, okay, it sucked this week. Like, gotta move on. So I think that's kind of important. Like, accepting that failure is part of the journey, if that makes sense, and that nobody is perfect. And sometimes you have a suck ass week, and like it's just part of it. It's just part of it. So let me get caught up here. Jess said, when I over restrict, I binge after as well. Sets me off on a whole spiral. Been there. Caitlin said, I sometimes undereat on accident and make up for it and then some the rest of the week. Yeah. Hey Sharon, how are you? Charlie Bell is waving at me. Charlie! I got you, Charlie Bell. She's so cute, Erin. My goodness. You always just tell me if she wants to say hi. I will always stop to say hi to Charlie Bell, okay? She's just the cutest. Oh, look at all those thumbs up. Yep. That needs to be addressed for things to work out better. I think that holistic approach is helping me this time. It totally is. Hey, Jennifer. Welcome back. Water Journey said, my results are not always the number or the changes I want to see, but I feel better, so I just keep going. Yeah, Risa, moving forward, right? There isn't always some deep lesson. Yeah. And Misty said, I think that's just it. You just need to accept that it happened and keep moving forward. Yeah, and that's hard. I think that's hard, right? Especially, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm like a very emotional, I'm highly empathetic person. Like, I feel things on just like a different level than I think, I dare say normal people, but what even is that? And so I am very guilty of, I'm like, well, why did I do this? What caused this? And then sometimes it's just like, well, maybe it's just who I am as a person. But I do believe that discovering the root cause of like why you have these kind of negative habits is really important. But that's like very big picture, and it's not always going to be this like instantly gratifying shit. It took me like 2 years of therapy, okay? To kind of really wrap my head around why I was binge eating, okay? And so you just gotta learn and heal and understand that it's a whole freaking process. It is not, on a weight loss journey, there is really no instant gratification. None of it is instant. It all takes time. It all takes a lot of work, and not just physical exercise, okay? Brain games, okay? It's just not. It's just not. So, thoughts, questions? Let's talk. I want to know your feedback or things that you've wondered about, like emotionally, like maybe emotional strategies that you've implemented. I'd love to hear those too. I feel like in person I don't look as red as I do on camera. I am sunburnt, but still. Jennifer said, I believe most YouTubers are empaths. You kind of have to be. What's really funny is I'm a really very introverted person. Would you ever get that, like, from my YouTube channel? Sometimes I watch myself and I'm like, I'm making myself nervous. Caitlin said, I feel asking why might be a question we will never get an answer to. We can guess and try to pinpoint a reason, but maybe too much focus on why takes away from focus on, okay, but what do I do about it? Yeah, to a point, I actually agree with you there. That's kind of like the thing, like, like sometimes you just fail. Sometimes you have to take the L, I think there has to be a balance, because if you do have an issue or a trauma to heal from, or, that's my situation. Like, I had to do some serious healing. I think you need to find that for not even just for weight loss, just for emotional well-being, right? And it does make a difference in how you handle non-weight loss related things too, like, because there's other situations that all tie into that. And without being like trying to be too much like a therapist here, because I am in no way, shape, or form qualified, taking that time to like really kind of be introspective and discover like your triggers for overeating, I mean, can really be eye-opening. But to your point, Caitlin, yeah, like sometimes you can't spend too much time focusing on that if it's going to prohibit you from doing the things you need to do to change. So, Jeanette said, gaining the weight was a process that took time, likely over a period of years. Losing the weight is going to be a process as well. Yeah, and I think I'm going to do a video on this. I'm so glad you mentioned that, Jeanette, because I think modern social media, right? I can go through my Instagram feed like any time of day and see like a before and after, or somebody posting a TikTok or a video or a reel or whatever of their transformation. And that transformation in the reel happens in 30 seconds. Meanwhile, the reality is it took them years. So it was a 2-year process, or a 3-year, or even longer in some cases. And I think that's an interesting kind of, what's the word I want to use? Reality check, right? Like there is this, we are so inundated with before and after that we don't see this whole ass middle section that happens. I actually think I want to do a video on that coming up, like the middle of weight loss. Like there's before and after, but there's all these things that happen in between those. So great point. Misty said, my mama is empathetic for sure. Me, not so much. I found out over the last year that my biggest struggle is using food for reward. Didn't realize how much I did that in the past. Well, that's something we're conditioned to too, isn't it? Right? Right? Like, I got good grades in school. Let's go out for ice cream. I can't tell you how many times we did that because I was a smart ass. Let's go out for, let's get this because we did so good. You know, like Misty, that's very relatable. Very, very relatable. Tressa said, once I let go of the idea of perfection, my weight loss journey has been enjoyable. Never thought that would come out of my mouth. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy how it works? When you actually look at it as like, I guess from almost like a scientific standpoint and not really like this big, like, whole overhaul of your life, I think that is a little bit relieving. So I understand where you're coming from there. That's a great point to make. Oh, I am so behind on chat. Erin said, I'm an extrovert. That doesn't surprise me, Erin. That's probably what I tend to gravitate towards extroverts too, which is really funny because I'm pretty much an introvert. Alexandra said, Sarah, great point. If you are such an empath, how do you deal with the fact that sometimes someone else's problems have the potential of affecting your personal progress? Oh, that is a struggle for me. It's a huge, huge struggle for me. So funny thing, okay, I don't really subscribe to astrology, if that makes sense, but like I do believe there are traits. So me and my husband are both Cancers. Which means like highly emotional, very easily upset, crabby, right? The sign is the crab. And so me and my husband are like flip sides of the same coin. Whereas I almost am like too emotionally laid back about like big situations sometimes. He's on the opposite end, right? And he gets freaked out real easy. Let's put it that way. So really hard for me, and something that in our marriage we've had to like talk through many times over the last 13 years that we're married, and so that means 17 years that we're together. Is that like I need him to understand like how I absorb negative energy, like literally like a sponge, absorb negative energy, and it exhausts me. It wears me out, it wears me down. And so like that's something like we go back and forth with a lot. So that is such a great question because it's hard. And I actually don't even have an answer for it. I don't know. Sometimes it leads to me having a bad day, and it's like I know that's why. So yeah, that's a really great question. Yeah, and that's common, I mean, for highly empathetic people. A common issue is learning, taking on other people's problems as your own when they're really not. And that's something I've really, just in my life in general, not even weight loss related, like just struggle with. And I'm getting better I'm finding as I get older, I am actually getting better at being like, that's not mine. That's not mine. That's not mine. Oh no, that's not mine. like I'm getting better at that. But I still think about it, if that makes sense. Great question. That was a really great question. Misty said, I'm totally introverted. I have to talk myself out of the nerves before I start almost every video. Me too. I sweat like crazy. You have no idea. Caitlin said, yes, balance, address the trauma, but don't let it define who you are and what you do. It is something that happened but isn't you. Yeah, really hard to grasp that, but that's so true. That's so true. Erin said, my thing has always been instead of my vice being food, I almost wish it was cigarettes or something like that. It's just easier just not to do it, completely avoid it, than have to in moderation, if that makes any sense. It 110% makes sense because you cannot just quit food. I have quit smoking myself. I've not smoked in 11 years. Okay. I've not smoked cigarettes in 11 years. And that was easier than like trying to quit eating certain foods or junk foods, which is why I don't do that. I just have everything in moderation. But you can't just quit eating food. You need food to live. So it's hard. Yeah, so I 100%, I feel you on that, Erin, big time. Joe said, maybe there are lessons floating around in the universe and it's more about Are we in a space where we can be learning right now? Sometimes, yes. Well said. That's actually really well said. You know, maybe it's not obvious, right? Maybe there is a lesson, but we have to get there to learn it. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. What a Journey said, at the moment I am working on breaking bad habits. I started this journey because my eating and body got out of hand. Highest weight and terrible food choices kickstarted all of this. Yes, I know. I feel that very much. Risa said, emotional eating is my downfall. So when I have a crap week, it takes every bit of self-control not to swan dive into a tub of pralines and cream. It takes effort to shift my focus on what did go right. So hard. So hard. It's real easy. Real easy to get sucked into the negative. Very much so. Very much so. I that has been a big part of my struggle too. Hi, Mom. Mom said hit the like button. And she's right. If you haven't yet, please do. Jess said, oh, thank you, Lexi. Jess said, so true. Messes with your brain, 100%. Let me get caught up here. Wow, I am really behind. I am so sorry, guys. Okay, wait. Where am I? That's a good video idea. Yeah, I think it will be good when I finally get around to doing it. It's one I've been thinking about for a long time. Misty said, I'd choose Pancho's Mexican buffet for my good grades. Tacos have always been my favorite. Yeah, same, right? Letting go of perfection. Toss those great expectations. Yeah, there's a great Star Wars quote, delusions of grandeur. And I think again, so this ties back into what I said about social media, right? So we see these other people and they're like, doing their workouts, and they do this 30-second or 60-second clip of them being overweight, and then they transform into this, real fit and working out all the time. So, right, we kind of like, you look at that, it's real easy. And I'm not blaming social media, don't get me wrong, because we're all responsible for our own thoughts and actions, right? But I think you see these things on social media and you're like, I could do that. Right? I could do that. And so you get like these delusions of grandeur. And when the reality sets in that like, oh shit, this is a lot of freaking work. Oh, I really want to go out for ice cream with my family. I guess I can't just eat salad all the time. Right? Like, the reality starts to set in and it's like, oh crap, this is hard. So yeah. So let me get caught up. Caitlin said, this is such a great chat. You are all so amazing. I agree. Will said, I feel like with me, I needed to accept the loss in order to be able to find a healthy way to move forward. I had to be in the right mental state to learn new ways to cope, which is hard, right? Like, I think it's sad to say it, but like it takes practice. So I think after you fail a couple times and you realize that maybe the way you responded to that failure is not necessarily the best or the healthiest way to move forward, I think you start noticing that pattern after a while. There are some people that don't, right? And that's up to them. But I think that's a really good point, is like learning the way to cope so that you don't really like self-sabotage. I don't know. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Excuse me. I think it was because I was homesick, as this has been the longest away from my family. Now that I have a plan for going home, I find gaining control a lot easier. Yeah, and it's so hard too, right? Like, when you use food as a healing mechanism, as a comfort, right? It's really hard to snap out of that. And that's a big challenge. Big challenge. Takes a lot of learning. I need to drink this coffee. It's getting cold. So I'm going to chug for a second. Y'all keep chatting. I didn't chug because I was going to choke. That was really good coffee. Okay, let me get caught up. Misty said, I have had to cook more in the last year than I have in my entire life. I still make super easy meals, but I find they actually work great. Oh, you're a Cancer baby. That's right. Your birthday is in the beginning of July, isn't it, Misty? Yeah, I probably misspoke, Joe. Thank you. If you want to go woo-woo, cloaking and cord cutting can help empaths a lot. I don't know what that is. Enlighten me, Jess Kaplan. Hey, Rachel. I'm so sorry I didn't see you jump in here. Rachel, over at 100 Pounds of Gratitude, said, I relate to that so much, Sarah, absorbing negative energy, which is another reason I like to be home. I'm more of an introvert. Yeah, same here. Jess said, that's really awesome skill to develop, to know when it's your baggage or someone else's. And it's hard. It's really hard. I'm really far behind because I'm just rambling on and on today. Brittany said, oh, that's one of my biggest struggle, taking on others' problems as my own. Risa said, oh my word, the celebrity baby bounce backs. Oh, yeah, I hate those too. So unrealistic. Recipe for disaster. Let me... I also feel like there's a great social pressure to not be healthy. Company pizza parties and office donuts, side eyes, or just have a little if you choose to change those habits. Yeah, 100%. Christina Julia. Hi, Christina. I don't think I said hi to you. I'm sorry if I didn't. She said, yes, I love me some celebrities that keep it real, like Amy Schumer. Yeah, she definitely does. Jeanette said, okay, is pralines a New Jersey thing? I totally say it pralines. So I used to say it pralines too, and I got corrected when I ordered at a Cajun restaurant here from people who are from New Orleans. So I am assuming that pralines is how they say it because that's what they corrected me to. I used to say pralines also, so. But I got corrected. It was embarrassing. And I don't like, that's like one of my fears is like being corrected. I can take it and I'll own when I'm wrong, but like that's one of my things. I hate that. I hate it. Anyway. Okay, I think I'm caught up here. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any questions. July 18th, but I have a ton of the typical Cancer qualities. Yeah, I know. Cord cutting is something I need to research too, Jennifer. I'm very interested in this. Oh, Rachel, I'm so glad. Every now and then we get real fired up in here. Good. And Jennifer said, I am just glad to be waking up, breathing, and still getting to experience the human life. It is a journey, isn't it? There's something to be said for that. We are getting close to the end of the stream. So, like, what else? What are some other things? What are you guys thinking? Like, tell me your thoughts. Like, what's something, you know, what's something that, how do I want to phrase this? I want to phrase this in a healthy way. What's a coping strategy maybe that, that maybe you've implemented that's really helped you? It might be, and so I've learned 2 new things, cloaking and cord cutting. I'm going to learn, I'll be Googling that later today for sure. What are some coping mechanisms like that you feel that you've learned on your journey that have helped you overcome one of these kinds of things that that we're talking about here today? Yeah, Jeanette, I'm pretty sure they are. I could be wrong, but I think they are. Do I have any New Orleans friends in here? I'm Googling it now just because my nosy ass needs to know. Let's see. Well, let's see. This says the praline is a southern tradition commonly made with sugar, corn syrup, milk, butter, and pecan halves. It's a confection with a history as rich as its flavor. See what this says. This sounds so educational. Well, it's definitely French. Let's see. We're learning things. It's a French and Belgium originally. Yeah, it is. So the pralines of today's South may have arrived in New Orleans with the French Ursuline nuns. Fantastic. So educational. Okay. Rachel said, that is a great question. It's what I'm trying to figure out. You and I both. Jennifer said, the YouTube community has honestly saved my life. Reach hands. You're not kidding. And that is not an exaggeration. I think the only reason that I have not somehow gained all the weight that I've lost so far back is because I have this y'all holding me accountable every single week. Every single week. It has been a huge game changer for me. Huge game changer. Jeanette. Every now and then. Not on anything important. Misty said, agreed, Jennifer. YouTube has helped me through this journey and the support was totally unexpected. 100%. Everybody's coping by watching YouTube videos. Same. I mean, coming from, continuing on my, being highly empathetic, sometimes I get, real emotional when I see somebody, upset about having a bad week or something. It makes me really emotional because, I'm not a hugger. I really don't hug people, but, sometimes, especially, oh, God, if somebody cries on camera, which I've done a few times myself, but if somebody cries on camera, I just want to hug them. I'm a sympathy crier. I get which is not funny. It's not funny. I'm serious. Yes, Risa. Gosh, so well said. Risa said, I like watching videos of others struggling or overcoming struggles because it makes me feel less alone. And that was really, honestly, that was a big part of why I started my channel in the first place, was because I was sick to death of being the only one ever in my circle of people I know that was trying to lose weight. It really pissed me off, frankly. I'm well, there's got to be some other people out here. And honestly, I didn't watch that much YouTube before I started. I just knew that I was well, you know what? Maybe I'll just start a vlog and see how that goes. And I feel like it's gone pretty darn well for me so far. There's a lot of things that I didn't expect. A lot of things I didn't expect, but the accountability and the community is probably the biggest two. Things that exceeded my expectations. Big time. Will said, I sometimes cope with a stupid long walk. Not always the best choice, but better than the alternative. I agree. YouTube has helped me a lot. No, exercise is a great therapy. There's something about working out to work out a problem that's real therapeutic. So I like that. I think that's good. Aw, Jennifer. Jennifer said, YouTube is amazing and I love everyone on here. Girl, same. That's awesome. That is awesome. I love hearing it. I love YouTubers who are sharing their weight loss journey. Sharon, you're so sweet. Let's see. Misty said, I'm a sympathy crier too. It makes me realize that I'm totally not the only one feeling that way. Just when I think my thoughts are crazy, the comments are same. Yeah, I know. Hi, Alan. Alan said, having the YouTube channel has really helped me to keep on track. Absolutely. Same here. There is actually nothing that I dread more than when I had a really bad week or a binge, and I have to tell you guys. It's a big thing that like tells me or helps keep me from doing it. Is I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to frickin' tell everybody. Oh man, you guys are so awesome. So I saw Christina Julia said she's going for a 2-pound loss this week. So what Jess Kaplan keeping me in check once again. I think it was Jess. Unless it was somebody else. I could just be making crap up. But what are you guys' goals for the week? Like, what is, anybody got a big goal? Like something you're like, I'm going to do this week. Tell me so I can cheer you on. I love that. I love this community so much, by the way. So much. Oh, so much. We all feel you, Sarah. I'm sorry for that. Sometimes I change my mind, but I still have to walk back to the truck. So kind of forced. I feel that, Will. There's something, that's why, like, I don't currently have a treadmill. I am getting one. But, I don't currently have a treadmill because, like, I know I could stop the treadmill at any time. If you go out for a walk, you still have to walk back home. Excuse me. Well, this has been a really good chat today, guys. Really, really good. I'm really, really proud of everybody for, it takes some bravery to share stuff like this, so it's really hard. And I'll be the first person to tell you, like, sometimes there's stuff I don't want to share, but I know that other people feel this way, and so that's why I share it. So really, really kudos to everybody for sharing their struggles, especially mental health and mindset can be a very personal thing. So it's really hard, but it is also really motivating to see that other people feel the same way that you do. Like, it makes you feel not alone, like you said. All right, so let's see. What do we got? Goals. Caitlin also going for 2 pounds this week. You got this. Rachel said, I want to get back on track with eating, plan out my food for the week, and recover from vacation mode. Girl, it took me a month. Now, it was like 3 weeks, but still. It wasn't good. Emily said, I am the same. When I feel like I am going to make a bad decision or feel like giving up, I don't want to have to talk about it on the channel, which keeps me on track most of the time. I know, right? Like, it's kind of like, do I really want to go tell people this? I kind of have to, because transparency, right? I don't ever want to be one of those people who lies for whatever reason. Alexandra said, I don't like working out at this moment in my life, but I am aiming to play badminton 3 times this week. Badminton is so fun. I'm going to come out to your side of the world and play badminton with you. That would be so fun. That's my next challenge, okay, is a badminton challenge. Oh, Jennifer 2.0 said, my goal is no matter what the court say as far as my, I don't know, eviction, we will all do well. I'm supposed to be learning something out of this anyway. I don't want to assume what that word is, but that sounds like it's something kind of intense. So I hope that it goes well for you, Jennifer. Just stay the course and do what you got to do, right? Jess said, goal of the week is to stay hydrated. This past week, I drank way too much iced coffee and not enough water. Same. Misty said, my goal this week is to restart the challenge with Kirsten that I paused while deep in my feels last month. You got this, Misty. You're going to do it. Joe said, this week I'm on actual maintenance instead of maintenance plus. Thoughts and prayers. You got this. You got this. You got this. Jennifer is putting it in God's hands. Good for you. Good for you. You got this. You got this. Hi, Nicole. Nicole said, focus on moving more this week. 80K step goal for the week. Badass. That is awesome. As a whole will be my starting point. My sister and I work together to keep each other accountable. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Don't sweat it, Jennifer. You're all right. Look at all this cheerleading. I love it. Alan said, I am trying to lose 1 pound per week, and first week I hit my goal. Yay! Simplify with me said, I want to get started with just moving. I've got the food down. You know what? I feel like the moving part is easier than the food part. So if you've got the food part, you can totally handle the moving part. You got this. You got this. I believe in you. You really can do it. Me, I've got the exercise part down. I learned a lot in my time with Aaron from Fit Lab back in September, October of last year. I learned a lot there, and just over the last year and a half, 2 years, I've learned a lot. Exercise, man, if I actually ate right, I would. If I could get my freaking food situated. The struggle. It's ongoing, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Risa said, I just want to be able to email you my weekly weigh-in and tell you I lost 2+ pounds for the team. Well, 2 pounds, 2 pounds. Keep it steady. Keep it steady. We want it to be sustainable. We want it to stay off. That's the goal, right? But you got this, Risa. Everybody on my team did awesome. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Everybody in the challenge is doing awesome. Jennifer, you're welcome. I have to be transparent and honest. I also feel nervous about posting on those days. I just want to continue to enjoy creating the posts. So that helps to keep me on track. Ooh, Brittany, are you doing the C2 5K app? I've been thinking about trying that again. I haven't done it in a long time. The furthest I think I ever made it was like week 3 or 4. I don't really remember. Jennifer, yeah, you got this. I believe in you. I'm here for it, You guys do have some freaking amazing goals this week. Like, woohoo. I gotta step up my game. I don't even have one. My goal is to just wrangle in my period bloating weight gain. It wasn't really, I didn't gain. I just only lost 0.2 pounds. But like I said, I know I did lose some because I can feel it in the way my clothes are fitting. So screw you, period. I wish we could have a challenge like this one for the rest of the year. That would probably get me more results in 4 months than I had the first 8 months. Just a thought. So a lot of people have asked me, they're like, are you going to do another challenge? But like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a Q4 challenge. Like, I feel like this is such a weird time of year for people because you got back to school, then Halloween, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all the holidays, right? Like, everything's there. So it's hard. And like, my personal thing is like, you should be able to, it's a healthy lifestyle. Like, you should be able to enjoy the holidays and not be sweating about a freaking weight loss challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to run a poll at the end of this challenge and I'll see. If everybody's like, yeah, do it, then we'll figure something out. But we'll see. I've been asked a lot. And I keep telling people, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. So, yeah, I almost forgot pumpkin spice season. I don't know how Some people are starting with that already. I'm like, it is August 8th. You need to chill the hell out. Like, I'm like, get your fall posts out of here, okay? We don't even get fall in Oklahoma. It's like fall for 2 days in December. It's weird. Ugh. Sara telling her period off, as per usual. Pumpkin spice season. All right, guys. Well, I personally have to go work out. Weight loss and maintain. Maybe it would be a maintaining challenge, honestly. Like, the goal is to not gain any weight, okay? You don't have to lose any, but don't gain any. The holidays are always a bad time of year for me. I'm not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. Like, I love me some Christmas cookies. What can I tell you? Caitlin said, don't feel pressured. If you want to focus on your holidays and end of year, you have to think of you first in your journey and what you need. That's true. And that is typically my attitude. I don't really cave to pressure. You can't peer pressure me. You and your pumpkin spice loving. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I forgot the pumpkin spice season. Oh, don't worry. Your Instagram feed won't let you forget it in about 10 minutes. Oh no, Rachel. Rachel said, I'm going to admit, it's 110 degrees here, and I did buy some pumpkin spice coffee yesterday. Simmer down. No shame, no shame. I get it. September, so the pumpkin spice challenge. I don't know. So I'm gonna think about that. Right? Oh my God, Rachel, I know it's been nothing but hot and disgusting here too. Like, I love the summer, but this summer has been like, I don't know, a bit much. But I think I'm gonna chew on figuratively, not literally, a maintenance challenge. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe we make that a thing. Like, hey, the team who gains the least over the holiday season. I don't know that I could get anybody on board to sponsor that, so it'd really just be like a laugh. I'll have to think about it. Oh man. Right? Like, gosh. I don't even remember how I did last year over the holidays. I don't think it was great. I think I got that, especially, gosh, oh my gosh, the 2 weeks before Christmas. I very, very much recall being like, Christmas is coming. Like, maintain, don't gain challenge. I'm kind of living for it. Leslie said, I totally just had pumpkin spice pancakes. There's no pumpkin spice season for me. It's all year round. You know what? Good. Own it. Oh, man. All right, my friends. It has been a really good chat. It really has. And I'm running over time now. But so it's week 2. Week 2 has begun of the August Weight Loss Challenge. I'm really excited to see how everybody does this week. I can't believe. So does anybody want me, before I sign off here, do you want me to show the graphic again of the standings? I just learned how to do this, so like I'm proud of myself. So would you guys like to see it again? I know some of you jumped in kind of late. Do you want to see the standings so you don't have to go back to the replay? You're still here, so you did great last year. I did not give up. That's true. That is true. That is true. Go ahead and let me know. Let me know. Do you want me to show that graphic again before we sign off? I don't mind doing it. Okay. Yeah, I know some of you jumped in late, and I've got team leaders here who weren't here in the beginning. I did it early. I knew I did it too early in the stream. So let me pull that up again. Here we go. Boom. So you guys are killing it. Killing it, killing it, killing it. I love, 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 love to see this. So there are the standings. We're all getting crushed by our friends across the pond. Like, come on now. Lady T. I don't know what she's doing over there to motivate you. But they're doing everybody is doing awesome. The fact is there's no zeros on here. Everybody lost weight. Right? Every team made progress. No, Caitlin. No, you didn't. Nobody. Nope, we don't do that here. No. You have not. It's okay. We're all gonna have a great week. We're just all gonna have a great week. Because look at this. Everybody, every single team made progress. And that's really what this is about. And the bigger win... I'm taking this off now. So I'm gonna come back. Here I am. Hello. The bigger win is that y'all showed up. And showing up is half the battle, as we know, in a weight loss journey. Showing up for yourself, showing up for your team. However it is that you're showing up, you did. And that's what matters. So big win for everyone this week. Everybody's doing freaking awesome. And I could not have asked for a better start to this challenge, right? We all have stuff to strive for. So I'll post that on all the social medias, and I'll tag you guys too. I'll tag team leaders. Excusez-moi. I have the hiccups. But yeah, so we got this. Let's go into the week strong. Reach for those goals. Strive to be your best, right? There's prizes at hand now. I hope everybody got that update, right? Like, you can actually win something. Which I'm going to have to work out getting to my friends overseas, but I'll figure that out. So yeah, so let's just be our awesome selves this week and rock on. And if you guys need anything or have any questions, you all know how to get a hold of me. I'm not hidden by any stretch of the imagination on social media or on YouTube, so just let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed the chat as much as I did today. I think this was really great. I think it was a really good conversation to have, and I want to continue this. So if you have topics that you want to request, you can do that privately. Just send me a private message or post in my Caffeine Calories group, which I know Jeanette put the link in there earlier, so if you've not joined that group, you should join it. I don't try to take over anybody's feed by any stretch of the imagination. It's a pretty chill group, and I do some prompts every now and then just to get your brains going, like thinking about things. So, yeah. So that's it. Just reach out to me if there's ever something that you guys want to talk about on the live stream. I'm pretty open-minded. So just let me know. I'm here. I hope everybody has a great week, and let me get my just busy being the worst YouTuber ever. Have a great week, and until next time, I will see you real soon.